Alright, come on now. Sup, YouTubers? I'm trying to do something new. What I'm gonna do, well, you guys know how I was reading the stories. So, this is kind of like that. This is about Syd Barrett. He's Pink Floyd's founder. I don't know if anybody of you have heard of him, but he was, a difficult to understand, and some say that he went mad. So he kind of disappeared from Pink Floyd, but he was the founder. He did too much LSD. He was dangerously insecure and unstable. Some people were, that's precarious. He tread where dare would follow. His real name was Roger Keith Barrett, and he grew up very well liked. He was, supposedly he had a good sense of humor. By the way, he's the second one in, the one with the vest on there. That one there. Oops, sorry. I don't know. That one. I was pointing at the camera and I made it go blurry. Ha, there you go. That one. Cute, right? Roger Keith Barrett grew up very well liked, good sense of humor. His father was a doctor, but he died when he was 15. He grew up in Cambridge, and his mother was always very encouraging. She even allowed him to be in a band, the Hollerin' Blues, when he was 14 years old. So with that, he got to play in a lot of pubs and stuff, so he picked up the nickname Sid in the pubs when he was playing there. One of his girlfriends even said he was just so lost when he was playing the guitar. He was always an avid painter, so he did, attend college in London for art, but he was playing music with fellow students like Nick Mason, Richard Wright, Roger Waters, and Bob Close. And, Bob Close went on to say that maybe he was just too much of a talent. The summer of 65, when he was 19, he started taking so much LSD, that he started to become involved in something called Saint Matt, Path of the Masters. It's a sect. I'm sorry, SIKHSEK. Sick is seeking a sect. Like with a guru and stuff, he was turned down by some kind of a Maharaji, Sharan Sikhji, and told to pursue his studies. And so then he began his own spiritual training, and by using very vast quantities of psychedelics, he quickly channeled into music. So you can really tell that in the Pink Floyd, actually, He garnered a substantial following, and in February 1966, Pink Floyd made their debut at London's Marquee Club. And they sent out invitations that read, "Who will be there?" Poets, pop singers, hoods, Americans, homosexuals, because they make up 10% of the population, 20 clowns, jazz musicians, one murderer, sculptors, politicians, and some girls who defy description are among those invited. Also among those invited was Peter Jenner, one half of a rock managing team, and he promised them that he would make them bigger than the Beatles. There was Andrew King. He bought the band new equipment, and so he started his career, and he was listening to, Dylan, the Blues, the Byrds, English folk ballads, the Stones, electronics. He started coming up with his own sound. And in 1966, he played the Roundhouse, and Paul McCartney arrived in white robes and a headdress, and Marianne Faithfull won the shortest embarrassed prize for her very naughty nun's habit. So they became the house band at a place called UFO, which was a dark bar of inequity, and nothing forbidden and everything was encouraged. The show revolved around Syd, and the rest of the band were hard-pressed to keep up with his no-rules law. So, he looked, he was just a cool person, good looking kid, he had a girlfriend who was a model. They lived in an apartment with a purple door. His days were spent high and productive, in music, a progressive artist. And so, he was like, one of his heroes was Timothy Leary. There were several labels showing interest. And so Sid came out with the band's first single called Arnold Layne, which was about a fellow who enjoyed cross-dressing. I'm going to see if I can find that song and include a link. It was banned on London's pirate radio, and it did manage, though, to crack the top 20, and it's now regarded as a classic of mega proportions. Arnold Layne just happens to dig dressing up in women's clothing, said Sid, and a lot of people really do. And a lot of people do, so let's face up to reality. I'm going to look that up and see if I can find it in the, put it in the link. I hope you guys like this on Syd Barrett, the founder of Pink Floyd. Did he go mad?